Introducing to you first, the challenger. On my right, he is fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing his traditional solid black trunks and hailing from Catskill, New York. He weighed in at 234.5 pounds with a record of 49 wins, 3 losses, 2 no contests. He has 43 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the youngest man ever to win the heavyweight title, currently ranked the #1 contender by the WBC. Please welcome tonight's challenger, the explosive 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the one and only Iron Mike Tyson.
And fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, trimmed with red letters, and officially weighing 249.25 pounds. He captured Olympic gold in 1988. Now, as a professional, he has 39 victories, including 30 knockouts and 3 world titles. He has 2 defeats and a draw, all by way of rematch have been changed to victories, making him one of the few men in boxing history to have virtually defeated every man he has ever faced. Ladies and gentlemen, from London, England, presenting the 3-time world champion, the lineage, legitimate, and universally recognized, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox.
Of thousands in the ring, quite literally it seems, including 2 MCs. It's that kind of fight. They're very much from rival organizations.
Now step forward when the bell rings. Only one will be Destiny's hero. Only one will pass from heavyweight greatness to heavyweight legend. So now there's only one thing left to say. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Incredible atmosphere, and as the security men leave, time to light the blue touch paper and stand well back. They've been apart all week, now they will meet for real. They sparred as teenagers, brawled at a press conference when Tyson admitted biting Lewis's legs. We are all set. The ring is clear. Michael Buffer among the last to leave. Tyson against Lewis, the big showdown. Expect a fast start from Tyson. What happens here? And Lewis threatening to be just as assertive himself. Tyson lands first with a left hand. Evander Holyfield says the first real big punch will be crucial. A solid jab from Tyson, a shot he's been forgetting in recent times. Now he gets close, and watch Tyson as caught by a right hand. 2 of them, in fact. Uppercuts by Lewis. As Lewis will try to crowd him close in then.
Lewis is doing the right thing. He's trying to stand with him. He's trying to use a heavy jab. Caught with a left hook there, Lewis.
That's the one he's got to worry about in particular. He's never met a puncher as big as Tyson, but Tyson has probably never met a puncher as big as Lewis. Eddie Cotton's got a big job, a man who's handled fights inside New Jersey prisons in the past.
Stop it. Come on, stop it.
Quickly on the case. Lewis is going to do that every time Tyson gets close, try to hold on.
Lewis needs to start using more punches, needs to start getting that jab. He's holding on a bit too much. Tyson will get through.
I think he thinks that Tyson is a short burning fuse these days. Goes for it again with a left, a great jab. Tyson rediscovering that shot, perhaps under new trainer Ronnie Shields. But can he look like that ferocious being of old, of the late 1980s? The force of nature almost.
Lewis tries with a right hand.
Tyson trying to take the fight to Lewis, but being largely frustrated. He did land with one left hook.
Tyson going to the head a bit. He's going to try and switch it to the body.
There's the hook again. Lewis's chin passes the test so far. Pressure from Tyson. Lewis so much bigger, looking to use that size and strength and hoping the storm will blow itself out.
And Lewis has got to start using that jab and getting the hands up. The hands are very, very low. He's leaning on Tyson there, trying to sap the strength. He's very, very strong human being, Lennox Lewis.
Lewis has this problem of punching down. Misses with the right hand. Tyson slipped the punch.
Step back, come on, step back.
That opening session. Stop the holding now then. Eddie Cotton's on his case, and Lewis will have to watch this, because if he keeps getting warnings about that, there'll be point deductions. Can it go to points? Seems unlikely, but you never know.
Nice and easy, Mike. Nice and easy. Come on.
But then one thing that you do notice in the style of Tyson, he has turned the clock back a bit, hasn't he, with that movement.
Terrific right uppercut from Lewis. Tyson always had a good chin. Only ever stopped late by Buster Douglas and Evander Holyfield. Plus, of course, the disqualification defeat on that notorious night against Holyfield. This is Lewis getting the jab working now. Tyson, a bit wild with the hooks.
Pick up. Nice and easy.
Lewis's camp always said in the years leading to this fight, it was the easiest fight out there for him. They'd win it in two.
And Lewis trying to get that jab working, having some success with that punch.
And uppercuts on the inside. This is good from Lewis. Jabs on the outside, uppercuts on the inside. Tyson looks frustrated for the time being. But he might just need one moment, as he did against Buster Mathis and against Franz Botha when he was getting outboxed.
Stop holding, you're holding.
Has two warnings in the round. I tell you what, he could be in trouble here, Lewis, because this is a basic part of his game plan.
Well, that is a definite tactic from Lewis, and he's not getting away with it, as he shouldn't really.
There's the uppercut again. Brilliantly picked shot from Lewis. Tyson takes it. Lewis in control in round two. Can't miss with the jab. He's not slipping them like he used to in his heyday, Tyson.
No, that's the jab that's so effective from Lewis. He just hasn't got to pull it back sloppy. He's got to keep it right back to the chin.
Lewis does keep his left glove pretty low and sometimes looks vulnerable to a right hand. Hasim Rahman certainly found one in their first fight. And Tyson will be looking for that all right.
I like that. Work.
Lewis has settled down, hasn't he?
Yep, this is a lot better from Lennox, getting the jab working.
Oh, great shot. Those uppercuts are a big problem for Tyson. He now knows that every time he tries to get close, he might take one of those, and that's going to plant some doubts in his head.
Most definitely, the tactics are perfect at this stage for Lennox. His round.
Very definite. Round three. What next here? Round one to Tyson. Round two, big to Lewis. Lewis has got to be careful that he doesn't hold on, because I think pretty soon he'll get a point deducted for it. Again, the good counter shot from Lewis.
Yeah, he's taking the punches very good, very sharp as Tyson comes into them. Tyson neglecting the jab. He's got to use that punch. Lewis often finds it difficult against people that jab.
Lewis moving more languidly and easily, as if the tension out of his body is draining away, starting to box his fight. Tyson just doesn't have that old foot speed that he had before.
Well, he's a lot older than those young days, but he's still going to try and find a way past that jab.
He's getting outboxed at the moment, Tyson. Can he find an answer? We know he's got one. It's a question of whether he can land it. Just sweet counter-punching from Lewis.
Yeah, the problem with Tyson, even if he gets in, he's not getting his punches off.
Will Tyson become dispirited? Might he resort to something outside the Queensberry rules, I wonder, to try to change the pattern? We've seen it before, of course, notoriously.
Yeah, we know he's capable of that if he thinks he's getting beat.
And at the moment he is. And it looks as if he's just blinking away. Maybe some blood is there by the right eye of Tyson. Try to get a closer look. It could be an optical illusion under the lights. Left hook, didn't quite land flush. He is cut, Tyson. Cut by the right eye. One of the jabs must have done it. Oh, and a wrenching right hand from Lewis. One that looked as if it was about to fell a tree.
Well, he's standing his ground, Lewis. He's doing the right thing. You know, he's meeting fire with fire. He's trying to steady Tyson up, and now he's going to try and back him up.
Tyson has the equalizer. He's cut, and he might be getting a little frustrated, or more than a little. Lewis again.
Trying to be the boss in there.
This is round 4. This is the point in the fight where many people thought Lewis would take over. He takes another left hook from Tyson, but again, no real response. Are those people who thought Lewis had no heart and a bad chin over here having to reassess a little? When Tyson has landed, he's taken them well. Up to now, anyway. There's a crunching right hand again from Lennox Lewis. Huge cheers from the British contingent here. And another one. Tyson can't keep on taking these. Here's Lewis slowly breaking him up. Looking stronger. Pushes him back.
Well, he's doing the right thing. That was a low blow.
Left to the body. And another right hand. Tyson looking a bit old in there. He's trying to find the angle. Almost like a character trying to remember the plot from years ago to land just one last haymaker.
He'll be getting frustrated here. He's not getting his shots on, getting picked off with that jab. Lewis is completely in control.
But is there drama to come? There's blood from Tyson's nose as well. But it's the eye that would be the bigger worry. Eating the jab and a lovely right hand. Clubbing one followed by the uppercut. He's going through the repertoire, Lennox Lewis here. This is the fight he's always craved. There's a graze underneath Lewis's left eye, and this is blood that smeared off Tyson's face onto his.
Well, he's really hitting Tyson with all the shots. Look at the jab. Wonderful work behind that punch.
Is there a way back from here for Mike Tyson, a few days short of his 36th birthday? Lewis, who's older but fresher, and it's showing. Another right hand. And it's a good fight as well so far, let that be said.
Very good fight. This is what we wanted to see. Let's hope it stays this way.
Nobody's feeling shortchanged so far. Breathing heavily, Tyson. Looking swollen and cut around the face. Lewis is doing a number on him. With his right hand, and down he goes! Tyson! No, he's not going to count it. There was a punch after he'd slipped, but it is not, it was a push. It was a push, I think. It was certainly a punch on the way down, but that is not going to go down as a knockdown.
We got a point.
A point deducted. For Lennox Lewis is the final outcome of that. He'd had 2 warnings for holding. Now for pushing Tyson down. Told to go out and finish the job before Tyson finishes him with one huge punch. That could happen. Remember Rocky Marciano and Jersey Joe Walcott back in the 50s. Walcott leading, Marciano's Susie Q takes him out to win the heavyweight title.
But look at these jabs. This is really frustrating. Tyson taking left jabs like that.
Let's go, get up.
Tyson's left eye has got a problem. I think now, a bit of swelling there. We'll get a closer look at that. Can anyone watching this doubt that Lennox Lewis is one of the great heavyweights?
Well, so far he's done everything per plan. Fantastic tactics, doing everything right. He's taken all the fight out of Tyson. Nothing much coming back.
He looks ready to go, Tyson. Now, Eddie Cotton is on Lewis's case all the time, isn't he, here?
Don't do it again. I'm taking another point away. Let's go.
Yeah, it's the hold, it's the pushing, it's the leaning on that he's not happy with.
Tyson's left eye cut. There was damage, as we thought. Cut to both eyes, swollen around the face, eating the jab all night, but still believing maybe that he can come up with one punch. And so far, he has not resorted to anything untoward. It's Lewis who's had the point deducted.
But Lewis is really on top of his game, isn't he? Concentration is tremendous. Really teaching Tyson a lesson out there.
Tyson looks like he's run out of ideas about how to get close enough to land. What Lewis can't afford to do is to get languid, complacent, switch off. He has to go and finish this now, doesn't he, Glenn?
Yes, he does. He has to. I mean, he's doing it right here. He's taking it bit by bit. He's just trying to take all the fight out of him, dismantle him.
Putting it all together with consummate professionalism and class, Lewis. He just cannot slip a jab anymore, Tyson. You're watching a shell of the old Reign of Terror man from way back when.
Well, we thought Tyson might be a 3-round fight, and maybe that's all he needed. But he's proven that maybe there was only one good round in him.
6th round. Not many people thought it would go this far. Lewis is using his size and strength, and his strategy is spot on for the man in front of him. Lewis often at his best when the alarm bells are ringing in his head about the man in front of him.
Come on, let's go.
But Tyson unable to get any worthwhile punch on. Another fantastic right hand from Lewis.
He's really teeing off on Tyson. Tyson is going out tonight. He'll be doing it on his shield by the look of it.
Okay, stop pushing, stop pushing.
And in a way, he might find an honourable redemption even in defeat.
All right, get out, get out, get out.
Well, Ian, it's not over till it's over.
And it isn't over. Mike Tyson is dangerous every single second he's in a boxing ring. Lewis knows it, so does Emmanuel Stewart in the corner.
But the jab is keeping Tyson off balance. You've got to have balance to get your hooks going, to get the power shots going. Lewis not allowing Tyson to do that.
Just pouring with the jab a little instead of snapping it for a moment. It's a Lewis masterclass. He's trying to line up another of those woodman axes of a right hand. Thuds it home again. Tyson's taking a beating, and it's a one-sided beating at the moment. He hasn't been able to produce that last big effort Ronnie Shields was talking about. I wonder whether they might even pull him out.
Well, it could happen. He tried with the uppercut, the right hand, still not getting him on. He's looking tired. Tyson looking dejected in there.
He said he was ready to go 12 rounds. He said he never felt so energized for a fight in a decade. But can he wipe away 10 years of bad living with one proper preparation, which he has had this time? See, I think this weight slows Tyson too. 16-10.
Yes, I think it does, Joe. When you take away the speed and the menace that he had when he was young, he's just a short heavyweight with short arms.
Just not so much in the jab, but plenty in the uppercut from Lewis.
Well, he's obviously planting his feet for that punch.
Tyson seems almost mesmerized by Lewis's jab, and they've told Tyson, throw the right hand, let the punches flow. Lewis is dominating, but he still hasn't got this in the bag.
Well, as long as Tyson's in there, there's always danger. He's always got the power. Remember the fight, beautiful shot, took him out.
Another right hand. He's thrown that one all night long. Very similar to the one that took out Hasim Rahman. 1-2 jabs. Then maybe there'll be 3. Then a right hand, and all of them. You just can't miss Tyson anymore. He's never been the same since he left Kevin Rooney. Lewis now decides to play chess with him. It's the hooks, not the rooks, he's got to worry about.
There's that jab again, just keeping him off balance, knocking the head back. Tyson struggling to get past that.
Blocked that one, Tyson, and got it with his own body shot. Good defensive work for once by Tyson, and there's been not much of that. Whatever they worked on, and didn't work enough on slipping Lewis's jab. And you'd have thought that would be the #1 thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. I mean, you know, they've obviously tried to do that. They know that they're aware of how good a jab is, but it's very difficult. Lewis is a great heavyweight.
Right hand, he's been forced onto the back foot, Tyson. He's had trouble there in the past.
He's not a back foot fighter, and that's the way to beat him.
A lot of blood from the nose, the right eye closing, the left eye cut. Mike Tyson in trouble. Are we watching the final moments of his turbulent ring story?
Still tries to wind it up, get all the power into that overhand right, Tyson.
Maximum concentration needed by Lewis still. More right hands, another left, another crashing right. Referee has to take a closer look at Tyson, I think, quite soon. He gets him with a body shot, but I don't think Eddie Cotton's going to stop him.
Well, I don't think there's a lot left in Tyson. He's got to find a punch somewhere soon.
Another cracking right. The radar spot on for all of these. Gloves come down from Tyson. He looks a beaten fighter at the moment. Pulling him out. He's trying to give it one last go.
Get out.
One more reach into the memory bank. It's very, very one-sided. Well, the moment, Tyson is an emasculated fighter in boxing terms in there.
Yeah, he really has slowed down, trying to get a good body shot on there, Tyson, but he needs to come back with combinations. There's been none of that in this fight from him.
Tyson has only once come up with a stoppage win beyond this point in a fight. That was against Jose Revolta years ago in the early part of his career. Usually if he wins, it's early. And now it's getting late, very late. Another uppercut. Oh, another left hand and right hand. He didn't touch down. The referee steps in. Why? Because Tyson didn't go down. What is Eddie Cotton doing? There was no knockdown. And he gives him an 8 count. Well, he's administered a standing 8 count. As far as I'm concerned, that's not in the rules. But it's counted as a knockdown.
Well, he's given Tyson every bit of time, but he's just going to get more of a beating. He's a beaten man now.
The end looks close. Very close. Another uppercut. The referee's going to have to step in, surely. Pretty soon. It's been a monumentally impressive performance, this by Lennox Lewis, who, let's remember, is 37 in September. He's past his best probably himself, but you never get it. That's a crunching right hand, and that must finish it. It must finish it. Tyson cannot get up from that, surely. He will be counted out. Lennox Lewis seals his place in history forever and closes the book on Mike Tyson. What a scintillating performance. It is all over for Mike Tyson, but I'll say this for him. Tonight he took his lumps and he went out on his shield in many ways.
He really did. Right from the start, it was Lewis in control. He dominated the fight, boxed to a perfect game plan, and he's just ended an era of Mike Tyson.
Give him some water. Give him some water.
The young man who was world heavyweight champion at the age of 20, the youngest ever, 16 years ago, could not turn back the clock here. And Lennox Lewis was supreme, absolutely supreme. Now, what are they going to say about him now? All his critics, and he can't get rid of them this side of the pond. You've got to put him right up there, haven't you?
You do. You've got to say how great a fight it is. I thought it was going to be really tough. I thought he'd lose. He proved himself. He boxed with tremendous tactics. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Put him on the back foot and took all the fight out of Mike Tyson. But Tyson, he took his beating like a man. He went out on his shield.
It was a very, very one-sided showdown. First of all, that was counted as a knockdown, though I do not believe Lewis actually had Tyson on the floor, technically speaking.
Well, the uppercut that worked so well, he just goes to his haunches, doesn't actually touch down.
So the referee should either there have stepped it, if he was stepping in, should have been to stop the fight, and if he'd stopped it there, it wouldn't have been too soon.
No, it was on the cards. You knew it was going to happen very soon if it didn't happen there. Look at that, what a shot.
Well, he did it to Ruckman last time. How he's come back from that shock defeat in South Africa. Oh, that is an absolute haymaker. And Tyson is knocked out at 2 minutes 25 seconds of round 8. And that may be the last punch he ever takes in the ring.
Well, it just proves that, you know, Lewis's only real fault in the ring has only ever been complacency. Only twice he lost was when he thought it was going to be easy, when he's focused, when he does the job right. You know, he shows how great a heavyweight he is.
He surely can't retire after a performance like that, though he may feel that's the perfect way to end a distinguished career.
Well, yeah, that's the finale, isn't it? That's the peak of a career. Anything else from there, you know, he's just treading water. He's done